Goodenow, director in the New York office of BDO Consulting, says the landscape still looks rough for suppliers in 2010.
I think that generally speaking, the suppliers still are in a pretty difficult position. You're in a situation where I think a lot of the analysts and many of the trade groups are saying that as much as 15% of the supply base still can't break even at 12.5 million units, which seems to be, call it the middle or high end of the consensus estimate for 2010 North American production. So obviously that block of the supply base is still in some pretty difficult waters. But even for those who were able to use the last year and a half crisis to re-leverage their balance sheets or to right-size their income statements, I think you've seen that they've been able to cut so much out of their inventories that they're really running at very marginal levels right now, and that a ramp up to normal production levels is going to put a big strain on them financially, even for the more well-capitalized suppliers, let alone the smaller tier 2 and tier 3 suppliers who are going to have to restock as well. Additionally, we have a tremendous amount of working capital needs for new programs coming online, and all of this is going to put a big stress on the supply base. A lot of the banks still aren't willing to lend into the automotive sector. They've been burned for the last couple of years on a number of credits. There's been a lot of washouts and bankruptcies, and estimates of between 150 to 200 supplier liquidations over the course of the last few years. So when you look at the exposure that they have, they may not see that enough of a trend has been developed in terms of production levels in order to justify additional lending in that capacity. So you seem to have a great divide between the larger tier 1 suppliers who are pretty well capitalized, who have either gone through bankruptcy and been able to eliminate a debt, and the tier 2 and tier 3 suppliers who are relatively still burdened with the debt loads that they've had in the past. Now, this is a good opportunity for those more stronger tier 1 and well-capitalized suppliers, because it gives them an opportunity now, I think, to, and this has been our BDO Consulting's position in this, is that it gives the stronger tier 1 suppliers the ability to use the lower valuations that are prevalent in the marketplace right now to acquire and grow their business, either through buying some of their smaller suppliers out of bankruptcy or in bankruptcy.